Well, today as you can see, we're out in the shop. Last week we ended with assembling the diode laser. I'm gonna grab the camera here and probably get you a little seasick, but this is what we'll be working on today. We'll be working on the diode. Now, just to let you guys know, this was gifted to me by Dave Gatton. Thank you so much, Dave. This is awesome. There's a link to his channels down below. Check out 3D Printing Guy or old
Old guy printing.
Old guy printing. Thank you. I'm still not awake and I am still slightly out of it. This has been some funky stuff, but we'll get there. We'll make it. So what we're going to do today is we're going to actually power this up for the first time. And then on top of it, we're going to add, now this is one of my old, as you can see, it's still dusty. This was the original air supply for my Morn 960 laser. We're going to put it back to use on this guy right here. This is the cool part. The nice thing about this unit is it does come with air assist, which we'll show you here in a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to move the laser from here, and we have another flat surface up here we're going to actually set it up on. So let me move the camera and get it going. And while we're doing this is, how is everybody this morning? Hopefully everyone's awake and alive and doing good. We got
we got 3 people in the shop or in the house with us.
Cool. Steve, how we doing this morning? Was not expecting to see you here. Good morning, sir. Now, mind you, this is the first time for me to actually play with a diode laser. And Andrew's going to help me out on this. So Andrew's never messed around with light burn. We're going to be using a little bit of light burn because I already have it set up for these units. Now I went into light burn and already pre-configured it to make it easy. There's a lot of good videos out there on how to set up light burn for your lasers. Mr. Gatton has a good one on this particular laser. So let me go ahead and move this. Nice thing is it's nice and lightweight. It's very portable. Just slip it over here on top of this machine. Now this is an add-on bed. I was lucky enough to get this off of Facebook. I paid $30 for it. So keep your eyes open. You could probably stumble across one of these in your area. And we're going to slip this underneath. Let's see, who do we got on here this morning? We got Clyde. Good morning, Clyde. How can I set this up here? I don't want to show too much of my my messy shop.
Don't want to give the secrets away?
Not all of them. We'll give a few. That works. How's that?
So I don't have to just sit here too. I can hold a camera.
Oh.
I can be a tripod if I have to.
Oh, that'll work. That'll come into play. Let's go ahead and move this camera up a little
Morning,
bit.
Dave.
Mr. Gatton, good morning, sir. Well, you volunteered. Go for it. Camera's all yours.
Okay.
All right. Just avoid the messy corner over here because I don't want to get Paul jealous because he states he's got the messiest shop. So let's keep it that way.
See, the thing people don't understand is they're never going to see my basement.
Yeah.
Which is where my shop is, and that's a good thing.
Okay, so this morning what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and fire this up because it didn't fire it up last time. We just pretty much put it all together. It's a very simple, very easy machine to assemble. And I figure the safest place to do it is right on top of my other laser. Nice thing is these are affordable. It's only a couple $100 for this versus what it's sitting on. The table it's sitting on is seven times more?
I don't know.
It'd have to, well, 15,000 versus 250.
Yeah.
So a very expensive table, but it's going to work. It'll serve its purpose. So what we're going to do is hit this good power button here and see if we can get some power to it. And we have power. Look at that. Hey, Dave, I assembled it. I did something right. It's actually working. So what we're going to also do is add some air assist to it. Like I said, I'm just using an old air pump. And this is the last you'll see of the air pump itself because it's going down on the floor for now.
So is that one relatively quiet, or is it a noisier one, or?
It's pretty quiet.
Okay.
We'll fire it up here in a second. These mics seem to do a wonderful job on knocking out a lot of the background noise, which I was really surprised.
Yeah.
And this hose, as you can see by the dust, I've had it sitting around quite a while. Let's see, and it
just plugs in right on top. Right
it's beautiful, yeah. Let's see if I can get this up out of the way. Wedge it up in there. Don't be showing all my secrets.
They might have caught a glimpse of your
semi-mini
lathe, but that's about it.
Okay. That is pretty much it. So now we have the air hooked up and the laser is powered. We got green. It looks good. It homed itself automatically. This is going to be fun. Oh, the number one thing. Where are they?
We're looking for
these guys.
Ah, yes.
Get them nice and clean. It's a little dusty out here. As you can see, we are out in the shop, and with the CNC router and everything, there's a nice little layer of dust. But that dust protects everything. Let's see, how do these fit? Hey, how do those look? Everything's green. Loved you guys' show, by the way. I missed that one. Let's see what I have to say. It's a good excuse. I'll go with that one. I'll definitely go with that.
He's getting there slowly but surely.
Actually, if I wasn't sick, this whole back end would have been finished by now. So that's the next few days.
It's a project for the end of the week once you're done producing videos.
Yes. Okay, we got these on. Now, first thing we're going to do, let's go ahead and get that camera up a little higher.
I tried. It didn't want to. There we go. That's what I was looking for.
Whoops, a little sideways there. This is all on the fly, guys, so that's the fun part.
I'm not used to his setup out here. He only has 3 cameras to work with instead of 5.
True. Well, we can change that. We'll fix that eventually. In the future. As things get shuffled around here, we'll add more cameras. This is the spacing tool that comes with this particular laser. See if you can see that.
Yeah, they can.
It's sweet and simple. If you have a 3D printer, I recommend at least doing a couple of these, because I can guarantee you, in this shop, it'll probably take off. And
I'm surprised you still have it.
Yes. I might even, I was thinking about 3D printing a little clip, so I can clip it right on the front of the machine.
Oh, there you go.
But yeah, let's go ahead and do a little test firing. We're going to switch windows here.
What do we want?
Let's go ahead and go to light burn.
Yeah, so we want that one.
There we go. Now, again, Andrew's never really messed around too much with light burn. I kind of gave him a quick rundown. What we're going to do is we're going to run a test piece just to see how this machine cuts. And we're going to do this on, where are we here? We're going to do this on a 1/8 inch thick piece of MDF.
Oh, so you're not showing anybody anything.
No,
there you go.
There we go. So we're going to use this one. And we're going to do, the coolest thing with light burn is it's already set up for your test. This, unlike, see, I used RD Works a lot, and they didn't have a lot of these features in it. So you'd have to guess. You'd have to go in and trial and error with everything. With light burn, it's already built in. which is really cool. And Andrew's already got it set up. I'm really, really impressed with that one.
Because you showed me and I remembered.
Yeah. So once see, that's the cool thing. It's either live or you got YouTube. YouTube University is a wealth of information. I can guarantee you go to Steve's site, which is Steve Ventura or Ventura's Wood Shop, or the Clack Shack, or Dave Gatton CNC. And if you go looking through the videos, I can guarantee you'll find all kinds of good information on how to set up a diode laser. And Dave has one on this exact laser on setting it up in Lightburn. And those links are down below too. So we're going to go ahead and switch over to this and set this on here. The one thing I'm not used to is this one you can literally just push around with your fingers.
There we go.
Once you get it set. Now, in Lightburn, we're going to go ahead and close that window back out. Hate to do that to you.
Close that one?
Yep.
Fine.
But on the far right, we're going to hit home. Oh, we're going to transition.
I want that one, and I want what now?
On the far right where it says home, right there.
All right, home. Home.
Yep.
There we go.
Yep. Go ahead and click on home, and it should zero everything out. Oh, guess what we didn't do?
What? What hit?
I got way ahead of myself.
Oh, you didn't plug it in. Plug it in. Plug it in.
Okay, guys. This this is the fun part about doing things live.
When both of us have no sleep.
Yes, exactly. So we're gonna plug this in. It might take a second. Go ahead and let's.
All right, let's try this again.
Okay, on the bottom right, you're gonna have to change your COM port, and USB device not recognized. Might have to.
COM 5, COM 8, COM 9. Doesn't tell me.
Well, we're going to go ahead and close out Lightburn and restart Lightburn. This way it sees the COM. This should be on, if I remember right, COM 12 on this computer system.
Ignore his messy background.
Oh.
All the secrets.
All right, let's go ahead and go to bottom right.
Okay.
We're going to switch out from OhmTech to Algo.
And then I've got 8, 5, or 9. Didn't give me anything different.
Okay. Go ahead and click on devices.
Devices.
Click on, there you go.
Algo.
Oops.
Getting ahead of you. Sorry.
It's all right. You can go ahead and click home and let's see if it homes.
What did it do?
Oops, there it goes.
So I'm back here.
Go ahead and find my laser. Next. No, it's not finding it. Let's see. Make sure everything's
connected devices.
Yeah, I still got that stuff in my throat.
I think I would rather have stuff in my throat than be sore as heck from moving for 3 days.
I know it knocked Steve off for a while, and he was around a lot of people.
Yeah,
and he was guaranteed to get it.
What did you do?
Give it a second here. Go ahead and X out on that, if it lets you. Close program. Go ahead and switch up on the top camera too real quick. This is the fun part, the challenges of live. We're going to fire up Lightburn again. I'm trying to avoid my messy desktop.
Messy desktop, messy brain, same thing.
Definitely a messy brain this morning. All right, go to your far right and pick the, let's see if it picks then. Well, it might be 9 on this one. Go ahead and click home and see if it does anything. Nope.
Is it moving?
Nope. I'm gonna have to jump in the driver's seat here for a second.
Yeah, you drive.
I'm gonna drive for a little bit here. Let's switch this camera view.
I'm out of my desk.
Makes it old guy proof.
In regards to the step deal.
Okay. Let me get this up here. Devices. Let's see if we got this set up now. Algo. Keeps pulling COM9. It's going to do this to me this morning. How come we're not finding the laser this morning? Never give up. Never give in, never give up.
Yeah.
How's that saying go?
I don't know.
Something like that.
So what's everybody working on today? Anybody have any fun projects?
Okay, let's see. It's not finding my device. Oh, interesting.
It's still on.
Yeah, I'm gonna change USB ports here real quick. I am doing a number one no-no is I am running kind of an extension on this too, which is not the best.
Connector doing a connector.
Yes.
Well, how dare you, Mr. Computer Store Guru? How dare you?
So let's see, what can I eliminate? Don't want to pull that one. That's the microphone. Yeah, we don't want to do that one. What's it? Oh, we'll just give it a printer.
And I get that everything's running to USB 3.0 and Type C, but I kind of wish they would have been nice and given you an actual Ethernet port.
Oh, on this one?
On that laser. But I get it for space wise.
Well, on the newer ones, everything's pretty much ran through USB. This might be a very short show, guys.
We got it started and it moved once.
Let's see. Let me go into my USB. I did restart the computer beforehand, so that might have set something. So we'll go to settings, device manager.
Excuse me.
Oh, I do have a known device. That's uninstalled device. Okay, let's do refresh. That's still unknown.
Do we need to turn off and turn back on the laser?
Well, pretty much it's as simple as just unplugging it and plugging it back in.
Right. That's what I mean. Do we need to do that for?
Okay, we're checking for updates. Sorry, guys, I should have had this done beforehand. I was hoping we'd do this all on the fly. Looks like updates available.
We did test it already, and it does work. You did this earlier this morning before I showed up. So we had one going at one point. And then I showed up, and it all went to hell.
Okay. That should be fine. Other than that, we might talk a little bit about the laser. Too cold in your garage for projects? Yeah. All right. It's actually warming up out here. What is it today? It's something.
Go back.
42.
Go back to main cam. No, main cam. There you go.
There we go. We'll just switch over here for now. I'm working on it, Dave. This is for some reason it's not picking the driver for it. I didn't have any issues prior to this. Like I said, it might be a short show today until I figure out where I messed up. Nope, a USB device not recognized. Okay. Let's just go direct. How about now?
Nope.
You know what? Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. I kind of hate to do this. I wish I could put on some elevator music, but that's not happening today. We did connect it earlier, and it did seem to move just fine. And now this is slightly embarrassing. My apologies. We'll keep an eye on that thing, see if we can get it to move. Why am I getting that USB error? These are the challenges of lives. Let's see. Nope. Well, let's try. We're going to go ahead and go. Let's see. Does Algo have any drivers? That's the biggest. That window. This is going to be a short show this morning. Okay, we have firmware downloads. Nope. Don't want that. Let's see. Software profiles. Don't need that. Desktop computer software. Download a new driver from the company. Actually, that's exactly where I'm at right now. I am looking for the updated drivers. We have Lightburn and Gerbil. There's the USB profile. Let's go ahead and dump.
Do anything when I turned it off and turn it back on?
I'm going to go ahead and try to. Oops. No. I apologize, guys. I really do. I should not have rebooted my computer earlier. Okay. Okay, that's the Lightburn profile. Download click devices and laser panel port. All right, let's see. And I think this is just setting up the profiles for the printer. This is I made a mockery of this. It was on the thumb drive. Oh.
Thumb drive?
I did not find the thumb drive unless it was in the bag.
I don't remember you opening a thumb drive.
No. You know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to run down, see if I can find the thumb drive, and I'm going to let Andrew entertain you guys for a minute.
Ooh, I'm really entertaining.
I apologize about this. Like I said, I don't know what happened between then and now. Well, let's see here, arrange.
Maybe we'll get lucky and you just leave and I'll click some buttons and it'll just magically start working.
Oh, that would be great. Okay, I'm in the wrong spot. I need this. Whoops. There we go. Is it? Well, now we're not showing the error. Interesting. Let's see. Oh, hey, I see count 12.
Oh, there you go. Hey, it's alive.
Dude, I don't know what happened.
I threatened it.
You
threatened to leave and I threatened to show a good time.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Part of the show. Oh, I don't, that was interesting. That was extremely interesting.
Excuse me, guys.
So now we have it. Now we're going to let Andrew sit back down in the captain's chair. Oh, let's see. That was a different little fiasco.
That was fun. Yeah, fun. That's what that was. That was fun.
These are the challenges of doing things live. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to there we go.
Okay.
Oh, how's it going?
Yeah, it's all part of the show. It's always part of the show.
It's always part of the show. That's the fun part about being live. Good morning, sir. I hope you're enjoying the fiasco today. We've just hooked up the AlgoLaser, and I ran into some USB driver issues. Don't know what happened. It cleared itself up. I did just reboot the computer before we started the show. So it was interesting, but we have the air lines hooked up already. The unit now does function in fire. It does move. It is connected to Lightburn now, which is really cool. We're going to go ahead and run our first test. And I don't have a clue really on the best cuttings. So we're going to do a 5x5 grid here.
And then hit start.
And then just hit start and it should. And we're going to go ahead and turn on our air assist.
Don't forget to put your goggles on.
I am not looking at it. I am actually looking at the screen more than anything.
Yeah.
Here, we can get some cameo action going. And it works.
That little air pump is surprisingly quiet. The whole thing is surprisingly quiet.
I like the shield on this. The one thing I will be honest, between my CO2 and these lasers, if you do not have that shield, definitely wear your glasses. I should be wearing them now. The frequency of light on the blue lasers is not exactly the best for your eyes. Oh, my spacers, thank you.
Yeah. Need to paint it like bright orange.
That'd be a good idea.
But you could print one out of bright orange. I've got some really cool rainbow TPU we could print one out of. Aaron, this one I believe retails for what, $220?
$249 on this one. This is the 10-watt AlgoLaser. Now this one here was gifted to me by Dave Gatton from Gatton CNC, also Old Guy 3D Printing, or Old Guy Printing. Again, Dave, thank you so much. I've been playing with CO2 lasers for a little over 13 years, going on 14 years now. And this is the first time I've actually had the opportunity of running a diode. It's extremely quiet. It doesn't take up a lot of space, as you can see. It's literally sitting on top of my big laser. Yes, it's a flat surface, and it happened. I was going to put it inside, but this works. So right now we're doing the scan, or fill. I guess is light burn is fill. With RD Works, it would be scan. But the coolest thing with this laser is being able to incorporate it with your hobbies. So next Tuesday, I figure what we can do is cut out some small buildings utilizing cardstock. More on the N scale and HO scale. Well, 32 minutes into it, that's not too bad with a little bit of an issue.
With 15 minutes of trying to figure out how to get it to work, yeah.
Yeah. And that 15 minutes was pretty much me stumbling around.
A little bit of both.
So apparently it just did not pick up the driver right away.
That's my guess.
Now we're getting down to the slower. And so it's a slower speed with a higher power rate. Okay, I have the wrong glasses to see over there. Let's see, buildings for the HO scale layout.
Man.
Yeah, this would work great for that. Now I am doing an MDF, which is a little harder material than like a ply. I wonder if I have some ply flow. I do have some thin ply floating around here we can try.
Yeah. Yeah. I know where there's a half a trailer full of them.
Outside.
Yeah.
I've got some 1/8 inch. Oh, what's this right here?
I don't know.
There's some scrap. That belongs to, right? Yeah, any of that.
Also.
Yeah. How thick is that? That's pretty thin.
That's 1/8.
Yeah, we could throw that on there and give it a test.
Yeah.
Now, we already know how dark this is going to get, so we're going to go ahead and stop this.
Well, that piece instead?
Nah, we'll use this.
Okay.
You can go ahead and stop this one, and then set it up and get it ready for a cut. Okay, I'm going to switch cameras.
So we want...
So we can already see this isn't really set up to get. This is the second time I ran this one. But as you can see, it's getting darker. So the slower it goes with the more power, the darker it gets. And this is just for the engraving side of it. We're going to flip this around and we're going to set it up for it. Go ahead and home it. And now we're going to do a cut test on this one.
Okay, so how do I do that?
Same place.
Laser tools, material test?
Yes, sir. And where it pulls down on the top, left, your right, presets.
Yeah, preset. Okay.
And then cut test.
Cut test. Okay, versus an engraved test.
Correct. And we'll just do 5 windows again.
Yeah. And then start.
And then start. And the good thing, if you do this on each material that you're cutting, you'll be able to figure out your speeds and feeds for your engraves and also your cuts, because each piece is different. Yeah, this one looks a lot better on the wording. So there's a setting where edit text settings is changed in the other one.
Yeah.
We can put that back.
I may not have hit diode whatever the heck test. I may not have done that. I may have just changed these and hit start. So it may have just done whatever test it
automatically.
To do.
That makes sense. It's all right. There's apparently room for error in this, which is nice. Okay, we've already seen this.
Yeah, we've seen all this.
So hopefully everyone's doing good this morning. If you just joined us, this is the first live run of the laser. Last week we assembled it, and today we're actually firing it for the first time. I'm running an old air compressor from my Morn, and it's working beautiful on this. I've seen guys use just air pumps from a pet store. I'd recommend something a little bit more. But from what I see, it looks like it's actually cutting through this 1/8" MDF.
And it's not too smoky. If you were to hook this thing up to, like, if you have an in-home, if you had like an in-home air vent system for if you do like airbrushing inside,
oh, that'd be perfect.
You could easily hook a collection system up to this that would easily get rid of the little bit of smoke that comes off of it, and it'll give your home that nice woody smell,
like a fireplace.
Yeah.
So on the back, we can see it did cut through 3. It did okay on this one, but you do end up with a little bit of charring. So one thing I noticed on the Diode lasers is multiple pass. So you could do multiple passes, let's say at speed 7 with a power of 77. Now that's the one thing I got to get used to is with my CO2s, I never run them. I try not to run them over 60%, 55 average, just for the life of the laser tube itself. With a diode, you don't have to worry about it. So you can run it at 100% all day long if you want. Which for me, it'll take a little bit to get used to it, but I mean, nice lines. A little on the char side, could be needing a little bit more air. Mind you, this air pump is, 13, 14 years old. So what we're going to do is try a different material now. And this is a thinner ply. I'd say it's an 1/8". Go ahead and switch to the, oh, you're on the top? Good.
I'm on the top.
Let's see. Let's see.
You needed hands.
Oh, and this goes right over the top. This is nice. Oops.
So for those of us who aren't familiar with it, what's the, earlier before we had technical difficulties, we talked about the little spacer deal. What would you use that for?
This little spacer right here Matter of fact, since I changed up materials, we're going to adjust the height of the laser, which is also the focal point of your laser. So you can do it one of two ways. One, you can do it with this off or with it on. If you take it off, you're going to go to the top, but I'm going to leave it on, and we're going to slide it down and let it just touch the lip. And then we're going to tighten up the set screws. I'm going to raise it just a tad. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and send it home. Give me 1 second. I want to straighten that out a little bit. Whoops. The tripod's giving me fits. There we go. Now, my biggest goal is to show how an affordable laser like this could be used in your basic hobbies, especially like model railroading. All right. Are we set up? We're going to go ahead and run a test on this material to see how well this one. Yeah, cut this one.
Yep. Figure do another cut test and then move it around and do a.
Sure, sounds good.
Do another one.
Oh, this one's even working nicer. It's a nice fly. So now this material would be great like on HO scale walls or even N scale. It is kicking out just a little bit more smoke, but nice thing is I do have vents in the shop. I would not recommend doing it in your basement unless you do have a vented area where you could vent the smoke outside. Theoretically, it's no different than a fireplace if you're burning wood.
Yeah.
I would not be doing this in the house cutting plastics. Definitely no vinyls.
Maybe if we get far enough along, I'll take over for a Tuesday and do a simple DIY hood vent.
Well, there you
show
go.
how to set up one of those. Because I need to make a new one for my airbrush stuff in my basement. And like I said, it's basically the same thing. It's just a tube with a van with a catch box.
You pump it out a window, or
Yep.
if you have a vent, like in my basement in the corner, I do have a vent.
Well, the cool thing, if you've got an unfinished basement laundry room, set this up in the laundry room. We use tag right into the dryer vent.
Yeah, that would work too.
Because this is small enough that it doesn't need enough airflow to need anything bigger than that 4-inch dryer vent tube.
No.
And it's forced air, so it's blowing it out just like the dryer vent would.
I would recommend doing it in a well ventilated area, or at least some sort of venting.
Yeah.
Okay, now this cut nice. This cut extremely nice. Yeah, very little charring on this one.
Yeah, it cut all the way through on those last three passes.
Let's see here. Oh, those are nice clean cuts on this. So it looks like at 2-speed, 55% up on the power cuts. Oh, wait, that one drops out, 32.5 dropped out. It's a little stiff there. But no, that's perfect. Nice clean cuts on the back. This one not all the way through, but it is applied. There could be, you can see a grain that runs right through that. So glues and grains do do affect your cuts, but I'm very pleased with this. So let's see. There should be a pair of calipers right there on the desk. I need a new pair for out here eventually.
You just need to bring one of your other better pairs from inside out here.
Oh, those stay in. I need another pair. These are old. We're looking at 3mm thickness on this, which is, so that's pretty good. It cut 3mm with no hesitations, no problems. You know, we're going to go ahead and do a fill test on this wood. And this is just stuff I've had sitting around. Let's see, pass it all the way through. It's almost like a built-in pass-through. Oops. Let me bring it forward. And I'm going to readjust it. Go ahead and home.
Oh, come on.
And we're going to do a little something different here. Go ahead and flip to the screen. How many cameras? Go ahead and close this guy out. We're going to click on move right here. And we're just going to bump it over, say 2 clicks to the right and 4 clicks up.
Okay.
Right there, that's good. Now go 2 clicks to your left. One more. One more. Oh, nope, I just homed it. Okay, go up.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, just
4.
go up. There you go.
We were.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to set origin. So now the laser's looking at a different spot on the piece of wood.
So if you wanted to cut out of something that was already done, just free cut whatever
in a different location.
To start not at the far bottom corner.
Correct. Because your machine already has your set, and then you have your origin, which is where you want to actually do your cuts.
Okay.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a test engrave on this material. And the nice thing, this is what I love about Lightburn, unlike, like I say, the RD Works. With Lightburn, you can go in and run this simple test. It's already part of the program. And it gives you a good idea of how your materials will cut and engrave. So it takes a lot of the guesswork out.
No, that being able to test on different stuff makes a big difference.
Yes.
So you don't have to waste time setting up for something if you don't know if it's going to work.
Correct. And like with the MDF, I can tell you right now, I would do multiple passes on a cut for a nice clean cut versus trying to do it with one. But yet this wood that we're working with right now, you could cut it 3mm ply in one pass.
Yeah.
And it does some beautiful engraving on it too.
You can see. Well, I actually clicked on the preset for it this time instead of just clicking start on whatever it was decided it wanted to set to.
Now my Lightburn is set up for both my CO2 and now the Diode Laser. Any questions so far? Again, this is my first diode, and I think it's cool. I mean, everything has its place, and for you're a small hobbyist, I think this would be a great tool.
I think it says it right there on the name, the DIY Kit Mini. It is perfect for somebody who wants to DIY their own stuff that has time to wait for it to make multiple passes to cut cleanly, who doesn't need heavy production scale lasering. I mean, it's big enough you could cut out one of your modules.
Yes.
Out of 1/4 inch. It would take some time.
It'd be multiple passes, but you could do it.
Right.
And you don't have to use an MDF. You could use a ply, and you don't have to use a thick ply either.
Right.
just make sure you build it with extra support.
Right. But like this, other than the extra thick feet, I don't see why this wouldn't be able to cut out one of your single wide
Modules.
bridge modules.
Oh, I'd definitely do a bridge module.
Yeah, one of your viaducts.
Now on lasers, if I was to personally myself, I would spend the extra $30 to get the larger. In other words, I'd still get it with the 10 watt,
Yeah,
but I'd get the larger frame.
just the regular Algo DIY.
Yeah.
Versus the DIY Mini.
And the other bonus, I think, personally, this does not have an e-stop on it. There's no e-stop button. I mean, you grab the plug and unplug it if you have to stop it quick, but there is literally no emergency stop button. It's the only thing I'm not really comfortable with on this.
So what you're saying is, if you're going to get one of those, get a toggle switch and a secondary cord that plugs in between, and make your own e-stop.
You could. you honestly could. Or just, like I said, worst case scenario, you just grab the power plug and yank it out of it. But the larger laser, the next step up, it's still using the same laser itself, but the framework is larger. And with that one, you could definitely do single modules all day long. And buildings, you could do, well, on this one, you can do N-scale building and HO buildings perfectly fine. You know what we could do? I should have some cardstock down here. Let's see if I can find a piece of cardstock. Yeah, let's see, where do I have some cards? Oh, right there is that cardstock. Yeah, there's some cardstock. Well, I've already cut on that. Let's see, how about that? There we go. Just for fun, we'll even cut some cardstock. This is something that you could use in buildings and other cool things. Outhouses. You can make many outhouses.
Oh, I see. You're gonna print a bunch of mini outhouses and
hide them everywhere. Well, that's what I did on our club in the mall. I've got a couple outhouses on the layout.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. Well, the cool thing is you can do engraving, you can do tiles, you can do keychains, you can do crafting with this. You can do all kinds of stuff. It's not just.
So it wouldn't just be your laser, Aaron. You could have to share it.
Yeah.
Or you get one, share it for a little bit, and then buy yourself a second one.
There you go. I like that idea. But yeah, actually, I got some keychains floating around here.
Oh, right there.
We're not going to do it this week. This week, the biggest thing was just getting it up and going. Next week, we'll actually do some actual work with it. But yeah, you can find keychains like this. That one's off a little bit. But, yeah, you can definitely do this on this laser. The only thing is doing clear glass. You can still do it, except you'll need like a Cerakote spray of some sort. And there's a couple of other techniques for working with glass. Look at that.
That turned out nice.
That's deep. On the 2100, that is really deep. But you can see the color tones. It's just really nice. Yeah, at 20 speed at 30% power, that's a nice dark cut. Now for fun, let's try a piece of cardstock. Now this would be good for buildings. This would be great for buildings, actually. Go ahead and let's film this one.
Go away, close that.
And then Origin's already set, so you can actually, just for fun, you can click on Origin and see what happens. Bottom right next to home. Right there. And it will actually kick it out to where we set it up originally. Let's go ahead and do a cut test on this one.
Okay. Let's go.
Now I'm curious to see if it actually cuts through on the lettering. No, that's actually doing a really nice job. Okay, for the hobbyist, save yourself 15,000 and spend 250 instead. This is doing a really nice job.
I think I mentioned on one of our Wednesday shows where we set this up. This would be really cool for scrapbook people
Oh, it would be.
who like to do the really frilly, intricate picture frame stuff.
Yeah.
Because you can just program it in there and it cuts out your picture frame out of cardstock and easy. You don't have to hand cut anything, or it'd be really easy to duplicate stuff.
You could do even cut the foam core.
Yeah. That's a different scent. Burning paper.
Oh, I got to tell you a story. Talk about scents. Okay, I used to have a little portable one. It was what was it, 60 watt? And what I used to do is take it to gun shows, and I used to do pistol grips and buttstocks. And then I'd also do these custom lit signs. So I was cutting pretty much like all the walnuts, and then cast acrylic. Now, when you mix those two smells together, I'm not gonna lie, it smells just like marijuana, whatever you call it. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And it smells just like it. The next morning when I walked in, I had a sheriff's deputy going through all my stuff because he could have swore I had marijuana on it. And it's like, dude, open the laser. It's the laser. He refused to listen. So if you're doing trade shows and you're cutting two different materials, make sure to let them know ahead of time. It's not going to smell like wood. that was an interesting, very interesting time. I don't believe I told that story, but it's out there now.
Yeah.
Okay, look at the cardstock.
Out there forever.
Yes, it is. This is beautiful. This just cut it so clean. So this is. Let's do the backside. Yeah, even the backside. Well, a little. We've got a little out here on the edge. What is that one? That's max.
Yeah, that was max power.
Yeah. See, and I do this one maybe at 1177. It's probably a decent clean. See, it's nice and clean up in here. So I'd cut it around in those speeds. This is a little too hot and too slow. And you can see where it started cutting through. So yeah, when you get into cardstock and papers, it does extremely well. Yeah, see, and I can still punch that one out. Oh yeah. The only one that's not is the 210. But it's even up here. We're all the way up to 16 millimeters a second. Oh, it punched out at 20 millimeters a second. So I'd right in here somewhere is where I would cut. So like 1177 would be a nice clean cut on cardstock. And then the other cool thing is, say you're doing a building, you could engrave your wood grains, your door frames.
I'll say throw it on there, run an engrave test.
You want to run a grade test?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure when we get to
Right where it was.
We'll have to stop it at the lower speeds because it'll burn right through.
Yeah, it'll just melt right through it faster. But
all right, let's go ahead and send it home. We'll do one more test on cardstock. Oh, okay. Hey, cool. Yeah. Now, anyone interested, if you are interested in this is cool because Dave has discount codes in his video description for these lasers. So if you go to Gatton CNC, and there's a link down below, search AlgoLaser in his live. And if I'm correct, down in his description will be discount codes. Do you remember what your percentage off is? Like 10. But yeah, if you check out Gatton CNC, do a search for the AlgoLaser. Yeah, you'll get a deal on it. Plus, you get to see this machine when it's originally set up for the very first time. Oh, we're doing cuts?
No, we're doing engrave.
Oh, we're doing the lettering right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, and it's doing the lettering right this time. If you click the right buttons, it works there.
Yeah. Like I said, it's just getting the preset, the proper preset checked versus the letting it do what it wants to do.
You did a 10-10, so we're not going to let this one run too.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, it's all right. We're all good.
My bad. Well,
this is if you really want to fine tune them. But these are the, I'd recommend running these tests on any new material. And the nice thing is once you run that test, you keep that piece of material around. And then you'll know exactly what you can run your laser at for your engraving and your cuts.
It does end up cutting down to just a little 3-inch by 3-inch square, and you just kind of stack them all, or you
store them up, make keys.
You laser cut a little connector for them, or a little keeper for them all, and you just set them in there like a little bookshelf.
Now this is the MDF. I really like what it did with the wood. Now you could do boardwalks. You know, you say you do an old Western scene with a saloon. You can literally make a boardwalk out of this, and it just turn out beautiful. And look at the wood grain in that. I don't know if it picks how well it picks that. I'm impressed with these little lasers. See, mind you, I've been running 2 100-watt lasers, and I can just blast through anything. This gives a whole new meaning to the hobby laser.
It's not about the size of the laser; it's how you use it.
That's what she said. Yeah, I know my daughter. I have a feeling when my daughter sees this is going to intrigue her.
Yeah. She can design and cut out her own. She can design and cut out her own furniture for her dollhouse.
Oh yes.
That you made her.
And she's in the Monster High side of it too. Good morning, Jack. Hope you have your coffee. We're playing with pew-pews this morning. So the last show we did on the laser, it was pretty much assembling it. And today it is pretty much running some tests on certain materials to see how well it does. My honest opinion on this, I would recommend this for any hobbyist. I think it's a great little laser. Like it's, let me squat down a little bit here. As you can see, Andrew and I were just hanging out in the shop. That's a scary picture, you know that, right?
Yeah, I know it is. We'll go back to laser. See, it's no different than the view you give everybody whenever you're just bullshitting out here. The only difference that makes it scary is me.
We're BSing out here.
Yeah.
Oh,
if you're allowed to partake in adult tobacco products, I can.
Yeah, that's very true.
Drop a radio safe word every now and then. If they let you say it on the radio, I believe they should let you say it in real life and not have any consequences.
Good point. Oh, dude, I've slipped many times myself.
Excuse me.
Let's see, where are we sitting at?
It's getting there. It's still slow.
Not bad though.
Yeah.
So I think what we'll do is next week we'll set up like a small building, and we'll cut a couple small buildings out of cardstock. I'll do one of two things. One, I'll look online to see what I can find. This way, if I find a file online that's shareable, anybody can cut it and try this out. And then second, we'll do a basic design. Like I don't normally use Lightburn for my designs. I use Corel Draw, but I'll give Lightburn a shot. There's a lot of good videos out on YouTube University. Like I said, I know Steve with Ventura, or I'm probably saying it wrong. I'm sorry. Venturi, or Gatton CNC. I'll go do a little searching on YouTube University.
You keep referring to him as Gatton CNC, but he always pops in as old guy printing.
I'm not used to it. Yes, I know. I've known Dave for several years.
Yeah.
And then I've watched his videos before we became acquaintances. And I'm just so used to Gatton CNC.
I'd say on your Saturday shows, is he on as Gatton CNC?
Actually, more and more old guy printing.
Okay.
Need some more videos, old guy printing. I love that school building that he's been working on. That is just phenomenal.
Yeah, I can't wait to see when he gets it all put together.
That should be a museum piece in town. I hope it ends up there. I hope you don't mind me saying that, Dave. It's a beautiful piece. I mean, you've captured so much of it just by photos. It's just a mind blower.
Oh,
there we go. That's what I'm used to seeing. Dave, it's all good. They're all good. Just trying to get used to remembering who you're on as.
Well, if I remember right, I think this is just 2 of like 7 that he has. Remember a couple weeks ago you were trying to push for 250?
Oh no, that was another gentleman.
Okay.
That was Jack in the shop.
There you go. But yeah, you had a few people signing in from like 7 different accounts.
Yeah. No, one account's fine with me. I like it that way.
Less email to get.
Well, I want to do it naturally.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need.
Is that getting to the point where it's burning through?
Not yet. We're almost there, though.
Okay.
You know, we can go ahead and stop it where it's at. And just for fun, run a 4x4.
Yeah.
But we're gonna. Let me pull this one out so you guys can see. And this is engraving on cardstock. And you can actually feel the depth of it. Pretty much, I'd say from 10160 over to, you can feel that one too. But not a lot of charring. There's a little bit.
It'd be cool to do like sepia tone photos.
Oh yeah, Dave did a really cool photo of a bear with this one.
I think we showed a video of it when we set it up.
Yeah, that one turned out. That was a cool piece. Let's do a 4x4 or a 5x5. Make it really quick and easy. Yeah, there's no shadowing on it. That's the one thing. Unlike the CO2, if your number 3 mirror is off, you can bounce it off the wall of the nozzle, and it gives you a secondary line or a shadow. Or you can ruin your project. This one here, you don't have to worry about bouncing your laser off the mirrors. It's direct. That's the other nice thing, is you don't have to stress on aligning your mirrors or anything of that nature. So it is less hassle. You don't have to worry about cooler. It's just all air cooled.
And from you moving around and me moving it around and just a little bit that I've handled it, it's, if you get it set up and you get it on a place, it's sturdy. You're not going to have to worry about it falling apart on you.
Oh no. That's all the extruded aluminum. It's just, you know what? The frame is pretty much the exact same as a 3D printer frame.
Yeah.
And you need the rigidity in the 3D print to have a decent 3D print, so you know it's going to hold together nice. As far as height, let's say if I wanted to put a taller item on here, you could 3D print, design and 3D print some extended feet to raise it up, I guess. That would be kind of cool. Or you could use blocks. Some guys use blocks.
Yeah.
So you're not really limited on height. You could do whiskey barrels with this. I just thought about that. You could do the tops of whiskey barrels. You can literally set this on the lid of a whiskey barrel and engrave whatever you want on it.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
That would be really cool.
Hey, anyone? There's an idea for somebody. Or a wine, yeah, or a winery, wine barrels. You could do wine barrels.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah. Now I've seen where Steve and Dave, those guys have got they've played around with these laser peckers, I guess they're called. Get your mind out of the gutter. They're it's like a little portable fiber laser that you can just hold it over the item and it sets the distance.
Yeah.
You could do a lot of stuff with that. How are we doing on time?
I'm gonna bounce out of here real quick.
Okay.
But we've been going for over an hour.
All right. This is almost done, and we're gonna call it quits after this. But the main thing was just getting it up and going, which we assembled it 2 weeks ago. This time we got it up and running with a little bit of a glitch, but we worked through that. We've done some MDF. We did some 3mm ply, which I think is probably one of the nicest materials to work with.
I mean, that ply turned out really nice.
Yeah, the cuts are beautiful on it. The engravings turned out nice. I can't wait to try other materials. Okay, I can hear we're already blasting through the stock. I'm gonna kill the air pump. Yeah, we blew right through the cardstock. 2040. The nicest I think is 2010. So you're running it at 20mm a second at 10%.
It does look real nice.
Yeah, that one looks good. I mean, it all depends upon what you're going for. But yeah, we literally blew through it at 2040.
It is only cardstock.
And it's cardstock, but there's when you look at like HO scale buildings and N scale buildings, a lot of it is the thickness of cardstock. I wouldn't mind trying styrene, but I've already tried styrene on the CO2 lasers, and it pretty much melts a lot of it. It's good for scoring and breaking, though. I will say that. So far, I would say the diode laser. Here, let me get my stool here. Yeah, you can flip over.
Yeah, there we
go. There we go. So my honest opinion on a diode. I think it's a cool tool. I think it's a nice tool to have in your arsenal, especially for the railroad fans, guys doing. You want to do a custom building or a module. If you wanted to build a module, you could do that. For the money, I think it's well worth it. I'd say spend the extra $30 and step up on the frame size. If not, I mean, this is only $250. I mean, you can't go wrong on that. For what it is, and it's a lot less maintenance than a big CO2 laser like this old girl here. But this is industrial. This is home. This is the hobbyist. Your wife can run it. You can run it. You can create some really cool things. So pretty much that's where I wanted to touch bases on today. Now next week we'll go ahead and we'll actually start making stuff with it. So until then.
Don't forget to join us tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Same bat time, or same bat channel, slightly earlier bat time, 10 a.m.
We'll be doing late morning coffee with Klondikes, and there will be focusing more on the train side of things. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you got some good information on this. Go to do a search for where is it? Dave Gatton on YouTube. Dave Gatton AlgoLaser. And he has some coupon codes for this, so you can get a better deal. There you go. Dave Gatton, AlgoLaser. Yeah, I'm impressed. I honestly, I am impressed. Like I said, this is my first diode laser that I've played with. It had a little glitch, but it all worked out. So until tomorrow, you guys have a great day.
Have a good day.